Wilburn back to serve. One of the top freshmen in the country. She won't turn 18 until March. Good opening serve, and it was easy for Malaya Jones to put that away.
The #1 key for SMU coming into this match was serving really tough. That's when Pitt can struggle if their serve receive isn't doing well. So the key for SMU tonight was let it rip back there.
No one on this SMU team has more aces than Wilburn, 16 so far through the first 10 matches. Another hammered serve. Left side attack by Livings is blocked. Babcock getting most of that one for the Pitt point.
Anytime Olivia Babcock, #5 in gold, is in the front court, expect SMU to try to go away from her if they can on attack. Because Babcock is not only so good offensively, she's a really big blocker up there too.
Mallory Meyer in to serve from Nebraska. Carlson with the set to Livings. Livings had plenty of time. That's like a slam dunk in basketball. She's not going to miss that.
Expect a lot of swings like this from Jaden Livings. She absolutely unloads on the ball. Even if Pitt is forming a good double block in front of her, she has good vision to find her way around it.
Maggie Croft in to serve. Croft, another good server, 10 aces already this season. Targets Maston with the serve. Here's Babcock, her first swing. Nice dig by Carlson. Livings goes to work again and overpowers the Pitt D.
Awesome out-of-system play on SMU's side. Jaden Livings, as a left-side attacker, gets a lot of these out-of-system sets, and maybe she's the only one that can get the ball. But again, good vision up front. She's able to sneak it by.
Good start for SMU. Pitt is on an 8-match win streak. Mauritz, her first swing denied. Anyanwu says, not in my house.
You can already tell right now the emotion coming on the court for these players. Favor Anyanwu, little stare down after that one. You love to see it. Yeah.
You mentioned, Emily, that this is already a rivalry just in year 2 of ACC play for SMU. Service error. We'll give the serve back to Pitt. Remember, we saw SMU against Texas A&M in the showdown at the net, the SEC-ACC Challenge. They had circled that match against A&M when they wanted to win so badly. And I would put this matchup with Pitt very much in that same frame of mind. Anyanwu again. Wow, check the floor.
The power that comes from Anyanwu's arm is absolutely insane. If this ball is in the perfect window, she is putting a hole in the floor on that swing.
Anthony Cockrell, their strength and conditioning coach, told me before the match she is the most elite athlete he has ever coached. And that is saying something.
This is one of the most athletic teams in the country on SMU's side. Not only do they bring some of the heaviest hitters, but just the way that they move, their agility and their strength is so up there with, I don't even say some of the top teams. I think they are one of the strongest teams in the country.
Mauritz serving. She has been coming on of late from the Netherlands. Livings again, this time denied. Bree Kelly, one of the other National Player of the Year candidates, with the block.
Bree Kelly is such a good blocker because you think that there's a seam in the block for her to hit. All of a sudden, Kelly moves her hands in there.
Kelly's already had a match with 10 blocks this year. She had another match with 9 blocks. That is one thing Pitt can dominate a match in is blocks. A back row tip. Nice save by Dupes. Babcock blocked.
SMU is fired up for this matchup. Even coming into practice today, head coach Sam Erger was so clear with her team that this Pitt team might be overlooking you. We know that they're going to be pumped up for this, and SMU's focus was just getting in that mindset of being competitive and laying everything out there, because this was a match that the Mustangs had circled on their calendar.
Batenhorst in to serve. Of course, you may be familiar with that name if you're familiar with volleyball, one of the 3 sisters that have played at this level. Kelly off the slide. Anyanwu setting Rogers. Babcock keeps it alive. Left side attack. That hit Babcock stayed alive. And then Bayless able to get it to go down.
Huge transition play for Pitt. Olivia Babcock is not only one of the best offensive players. But check out this dig, number 5 in gold, right side of your screen. What she does a good job of is not connecting her platform. She just keeps her arms out there and kind of shoves the ball in the direction that she wants it to go. It's kind of a men's volleyball style of thinking, but this is the way that Pitt plays.
Do you think that's the area of her game she's improved the most coming into this season?
100%. Olivia Babcock has made massive strides in her defensive game, and it's been the #1 focus for her in the offseason.
Future Olympian, Babcock on track to be an Olympian one day. The overpass on Yanwu already with some impressive work out of the middle.
What SMU is doing really well is taking control of the net up front. Any of these 50-50 plays, meaning it's right on the top of the tape, the Mustangs are doing a nice job of being as aggressive as possible on them.
They're just ready for every ball so far here in this opening set. Libero Schilling served it to Dukes. And Ryla Jones with the hammer.
Jones has been one of the most efficient attackers in the entire country. She's hitting over 500 on the season. Normally 300 is pretty good as an attacker, and she's nearly doubled that with how good and efficient she's been.
You can see her sister Sunday on ESPN. She plays for Arizona, her twin, Renee. It's served by Mosher, another incredible server. Back row attack is denied by the Panthers.
Pitt has done a really nice job scouting SMU, knowing when they're going to go to that back row attack. Otherwise, you don't get 3 big blockers up on that unless you're ready for it up front.
It is so fun to go to both practices of these teams because these two head coaches are so involved. Different techniques, different approaches, but it's fun to watch them work. That doesn't clear the net, point to Pitt, and Pitt hanging in there, now has the lead 8-7 after that red hot start by the Mustangs. Brooke Mosher already has been ACC setter of the week this season. So is Avery Carlson on the other side of the net. Carlson's been ACC setter of the week 3 times. Free ball here for Pitt. Babcock puts it away.
Rotations where Brooke Mosher is serving are the ones that SMU is focused on of getting out of quickly because it's
Pitt in the regular season last year. I'm Sam Gore along with Emily Eamon. Pretty tough SEC opener, and they'll play again on Sunday.
Going to be so much fun to watch this series between SMU and Pitt because you've got stars all around, heavy hitters all around, but also 2 teams that play with so much emotion. We've already seen that play through for the first about 15 points.
And if you're just joining us right now, Pitt is in the middle of a 4-0 run and have taken the lead 9-7. Both teams really right now, defense has been the big story. And it is Mosher, the setter, serving and an ace. 2 straight points.
A huge key coming in this match for SMU was to get Brooke Mosher and Olivia Babcock off the service line as soon as possible with their tough topspin serves. SMU is now going to 4 players back there to try to defend this.
That is the 20th ace of the season for Mosher. She leads the team in that category. Babcock has 16. Served it right at Livings. Newsom with that 41-inch vertical, unable to put it down. Bayless. Rogers on the left pin, point Pitt. And the Panthers right now, Emily, are starting to distance themselves. That's 6 straight points.
These rotations are where head coach Shan Fisher has talked about Brooke Mosher gives this team an edge because of how hard her serve is. She says her serve has won us sets before, and you're seeing that play out with a 6-point run.
Mosher again serving Livings. Wilburn on the attack, kept alive by Mosher. Dupes will set Babcock. Babcock is blocked, and SMU finally gets Mosher off the service line.
That's the biggest key, just getting Mosher off the service line. Doesn't matter how you score that point, but SMU had to get out of that rotation. That also brings Malaya Jones, one of the best players in the country, #1 in white, back to the front court.
And 9 in white, that is Avery Carlson, 3-time SEC setter of the week already this season. One of the elite setters in the country. The ACC has some dynamic setters, 2 tonight. Mosher there, number 17, and as I mentioned, number 9 in white. for SMU.
Both new to their programs as well. Brooke Mosier coming from Illinois, and Avery Carlson spending time at Texas and Baylor. So 2 new pieces that are critical to their sides.
Here's Izzy Maston with the serve. Maston also young. We talked about Wilburn, who just hit. He's only 17. Maston's only 18 years old. Both arrived early, graduated from high school early. Mosher will set from behind the 10-foot line. Carlson will back set, and it is absolutely crushed by Jones. What a connection.
What a set from Avery Carlson. She has to completely contort her body to get her hands on this. Look at where she's taking this ball from. It's a side set almost, and she still puts up a good ball for Malaya Jones to rip.
SMU picked 4th in the ACC preseason poll. Pitt was picked to win the ACC championship again. They are the defending ACC champions. Remember, Pitt was the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament, and Dan Fisher was the National Coach of the Year for guiding Pitt back to a 4th straight national semifinal. Carlson setting the middle. Newsome with that elite vertical.
It's
wow.
like watching magic out there when you see Natalia Newsome jump. She's only 5'11", and she touches 11 feet, 41-inch vertical. She skies up there.
She would have had the 3rd highest vertical in the NBA Combine last season. A 41-inch vertical. You just do not see that every day.
No.
If ever.
I was going to say, that's 1 in a million.
But the way she jumps is just beautiful. It is like she is floating in air. And hopefully we'll see a lot more of that tonight. Babcock, here's that other massive serve for Pitt. This is fun, folks. Schilling gets in the way of it. Carlson will set the right side. And that is a huge kill for Jones to only allow Babcock that 1 serve.
Massive for SMU to get Babcock off the service line as soon as possible, because they already allowed a 6-point run from the other topspin server on the Panther side. That's a massive point to get right away.
Jones serving now, serves it at Emery Dukes. Babcock out of the back row, just too much power.
This is
Olivia Babcock.
Yeah, this is why Olivia Babcock is so fun, because even when she's in the backcourt, Pitt moves around where she's attacking this ball. She normally plays right back. When you hit a ball back there, it's called a D ball, but they'll move her to the middle, which just makes it that much tougher for defenses to figure out.
Now, the fun thing to me about this Pitt team, Emily, is that there are not very many tips in a match. They are swinging away. Speaking of swinging away, again, a kill by Anyanwu, who has been probably their best attacker in this opening set, she and Jones.
Anyanwu got a lot of sets early on. The passing was good for SMU to allow that. She's already hitting 750.
Anyanwu touches 10, 9.5. Batenhorst into serve. Again, an excellent server for SMU this year. Bayless with the receive. Babcock out of the back row. Jones kept up by Babcock and put down on the left side by Bayless. Bayless is a Texan, has a lot of friends and family here watching her tonight.
That all started with such impressive Babcock tick, putting her setter in a perfect spot to get that outside going. Olivia Babcock's all-around game is some of the best play in the country. Haiti
Tautua'a into serve. He was the #1 recruit out of the state of Hawaii in 2022. Carlson setting the left side. Rogers is blocked by Mosher, the setter.
What's so much fun about this Pitt SMU matchup is that both sides love to swing away. So you'll see some monster kills, but you're also going to see some really big blocks, because when you're blocking something that's coming that fast, it's coming down even faster.
Biggest lead of the night so far for Pitt. Opening set of this best-of-5 set match. Rogers couldn't have walked it over there any better. Perfectly placed. Sam Erger, the head coach for SMU, a rising star in this profession. In her 4th season, first season as a Power 4 member, took this team to the NCAA tournament last year, and they hosted first and second rounds. They were a #2 seed last year. That's the goal this year. First goal is to be able to host the top 16 seeds in the tournament, host first and second rounds. Mosher takes it herself.
Gotta know when Brooke Mosher, the setter for Pitt, is up front, because she will go up and attack every single ball if this is tight. She's actually a righty, but it's self-taught that she can swing with her left hand, so she's kind of like self-taught ambidextrous. It's crazy.
Back behind the service line, which is another excellent part of her game. You're right, she will serve right-handed. Just missed it. But that is certainly worth the risk. That's only the first service error of the night on Pitt.
Especially for Mosher, a player that went off for a 6-0 run earlier in this set.
Carlson back to serve now for the Mustangs. Mosher setting Bayless, and Bayless with another kill on that left side. Bayless is getting hot as well. This Pitt team has been off a week. They beat Penn State last Wednesday 3-1, and they had 5 players with 8 kills, and they're starting to spread it around here in this first set as well.
What that tells you is the setter, Brooke Mosher, again in her first season with Pitt, she's gotten a lot more comfortable setting her attackers, and you see that balance playing out.
Carlson to Newsom, and there's that floating of Newsom. This time it doesn't work out for the point, though. And Pitt hitting the 20-point mark first. We go to 25, win by 2 in the first 4 sets. Dan Fisher, what it must be like to coach Olivia Babcock.
Oh, I mean, just what a dream. You have a player with so much talent, especially for Babcock, who's just in her junior year at Pitt. So she's got this season left as well as another. And she's so good because it's not just her attacking that makes her elite, although she's one of the top attackers in the country. It's really that all-around game for Babcock. She's an incredible blocker, has really good vision on defense, how powerful she is, but also that volleyball IQ. You can tell she understands the game at such a high level and still really early on in her career.
The fun thing for me is that you mentioned, she's only a junior, but as good as she is, you can see her continue to improve.
Every single game, it feels like she's improving something about it.
SMU down 6 here. Maston will serve. Pitt trying to wrap up the opening set. They've won 8 matches in a row, and there's Babcock with an easy kill. Fourth of this first set.
That all starts from the service line. Freshman Izzy Maston putting in a bullet on the SMU serve receive, causes that overpass, and Babcock just eats it up.
Maston, a freshman from Indiana, already has had a SportsCenter top 10 play earlier this year against Jacksonville. Free ball here for Pitt, and it goes out of bounds. They don't even have to play it, and Pitt 3 points away from locking down this opening set.
SMU is playing right with Pitt up until about the 10-point mark, and then Brooke Mosher was able to go on that 6-0 run. Panthers haven't looked back since.
Yeah, that was the difference. Mosher behind the service line. SMU came out red hot in this first set. Pitt was able to ride it out. Oh, that just goes wide. Point to SMU. But there's one thing about this SMU team, and you're never going to get them to quit. So a 7-point deficit can be overcome by this SMU team. Wilburn will serve. She started the match serving. Targets Mauritz. Another point for SMU.
Just a little bit of a misconnect between setter and hitter on Pitt's side. A little bit too low for Jones to get a good swing at.
Wilburn already has been ACC Freshman of the Week. That was earlier this month. Serves it at Maston. Mosher with another set to the left side. Mauritz denied. They'll try it again to go over the block. Carlson keeps it alive. Schilling setting Livings. And it's good.
SMU continuing to chip away at that Pitt lead, now stringing together a few points. Well, the biggest story for SMU coming into this season was having so many new faces. 6 transfers came into this program, and the most important thing for them was that all of them have NCAA tournament experience, which was a key for Sam Erger bringing everyone in. Also some other commonalities. She just wanted super competitors. Anyone that was going to step out on the court and just absolutely let it rip was someone that could play at SMU.
And Wilburn with an ace. Her first of the match, the team's first. And look at this, SMU has won 4 straight points.
And all of a sudden, SMU is right back in this set. This is what they needed, just a little bit of a run to try to close that gap.
Their longest scoring run of this opening set so far. Another good serve. That's good. And Pitt will side out. Mauritz with the kill.
Big swing from a freshman. Dockmore Mauritz has really become kind of an X factor for Pitt in a lot of these matches. You know Olivia Babcock's going to put down a lot of balls and the middles will be efficient, but they need that more production. And they're getting that from Mauritz.
Jones goes into the block with a little off speed and it works.
I typically don't see that from a player like Malaya Jones. Normally one that just goes up and lets it rip on the right side, putting balls down. Really smart decision to go to the off speed.
It's a high volleyball IQ by Malaya Jones last year. Player of the year in her conference at Colorado State. Babcock, she goes over the block and is able to get the kill. Smart shot by Babcock. Set point Pitt.
This is exactly who Pitt wants on the end line as well. One of their toughest servers with a hard topspin.
Babcock with the serve at set point. I think Pitt likes their chances. Carlson with a set to the right side, and Jones terminates. Good job, SMU. They fight off a set point.
Really big side out and a massive play for Krista Wilburn, the freshman who made that pass, getting it right on the money for a setter.
4 more set points at Pitt's disposal if they need that many. Jones serving. Babcock puts it away, and Pitt takes the opening set. 25-20 it off on a fast start with Mosier behind the service line. Mosier, the setter, hammers that serve to Livings. Livings has been good in serve receive. Here's Jones. Jones tools the block, and SMU does indeed get Mosier off the service line, and they'll have Wilburn serving for them, who was responsible for a big run at the end of the first set. And Wilburn, they convinced her to graduate from high school early, felt like she was ready to play this level. Overpass. Livings.
And this is why they have Krista Wilburn starting to serve for SMU, because she does such a good job forcing overpasses. The front court always has to be ready for it.
So, Emily, as a little, or as a libero, are you a little envious when you see someone do that?
Oh, there's no, but I was a hitter in high school, and then after you transition to college, it's like that's the one thing you miss, is just getting that aggression out.
I mean, to me, that looks like the best feeling in the world on a volleyball court.
Well, especially in overpasses, because 9 times out of 10, it's an open net, and you're just feasting up there.
Yeah, there's no shortage of star power and elite athleticism on this court tonight. 2 of the best in the ACC and also in the country. And it's just the ACC opener for both these teams. SMU was the only team to beat Pitt in the regular season last year. And these 2 teams will play again on Sunday at Pitt. Jones into the block. Too much power for that block, and another point for the Mustangs.
Malaya Jones is known for power on the right side. She's the kind of player that's going to take your head off every single swing she gets. Pitt has to make sure on their block that they have their hands in a good spot so they don't get tooled.
Sam Erger says she could be playing pro right now. In her graduate year from Colorado State, Mauritz tips it over. Carlson will set. Jones again. Dukes keeps it alive, but no one there to make a play. And SMU with a 4-1 start to the second set.
And I can tell you, as a former Little, there's nothing more frustrating than when you get a really good up on your side and everyone's just staring at each other for the second contact. This is a ball that has to be played for Pitt.
And as a former libero, does that make you mad, what you just saw?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it happens every so often, especially early on in the season when players are playing next to each other for the first time. But you gotta have that up.
largest lead for SMU as they have responded to dropping that opening set and lead 5-1 now to start the second. In to serve Maggie Croft. Serves it up Maston. Mosier with the set to Babcock. No doubt who that set was going to.
And when in doubt on Pitt's side, if they need a point, if they're trying to catch up, oftentimes they're going to go to Olivia Babcock on the right.
Babcock, she went at the same high school as Bronny James. Speaking of basketball earlier with Jason Kidd here. In California, here's Babcock. Oh, yeah. Already 8 kills.
Speaking of trying to take heads off.
What was I speaking
Babcock.
of that?
I mean, check this out, slicing it inside. Jones better be happy her head wasn't there. She's getting targeted.
Wilburn decides to play it. Jones hits. Good serve receive by Wilburn to start that rally.
And really important that your team stays in system because that allows all options on attack, especially with SMU. Their offense is a little bit faster, so you have to have good passes to allow that tempo to run.
Jones 1 kill away from being the first player in double digits in that category. Mauritz just creates a kill. She is an X factor for this Pitt team.
She absolutely is, especially when you have players stepping up. I mean, check out the set from Olivia Babcock, completely off the court on the other side, and she still puts Mauritz in a good position.
Mauritz is from the Netherlands. She's a 21-year-old freshman. Where's number 19? Here's Babcock ripping the serve. Schilling tries to play it, will joust at the net. SMU did a good job. Somebody in the net. It is SMU, point to Pitt.
Really good defense for Pitt up front. Bree Kelly being very disciplined in the middle, making good reads and not releasing until she knows exactly where that ball is going.
First couple of points behind the Babcock serve. You have to watch for her to go on a service run. Pitt has climbed back from a 5-1 deficit. They trail by 1 now, and Babcock into the net. In volleyball, typically coaches want to see a ratio of 1 ace to 1 error. And right now, 1 ace for Pitt, 3 errors. Same for SMU. Batenhorst back to serve. Sister Allie played at USC in Nebraska. Her sister Danielle played at Gonzaga. Mosher tried to take it over the one hand. Mauritz. Good.
Defense for SMU really stepping up during this set. They're finding ways to get good touches on balls. Right here you see just chaos happening on Pitt's side. They're shutting it down.
Great block there by Anyanwu, which resulted in a point. Good serve. Dukes with the receive. Off the slide. Kelly hammers it.
Haven't seen too much middle involvement for Pitt so far. As two of the most efficient attackers, not just on Pitt's side, but really in the country with Bree Kelly and Ryla Jones. Brooke Mosier needs to keep them involved in play.
Yeah, both averaging a couple of kills per set, but their hitting percentage is so strong. Jones hitting .521 and Kelly .359, but you're right, they have not been as involved as you would expect coming into this match. Carlson with a nice set and an excellent attack by Wilburn.
Big swing from a freshman outside. Nice push from the setter to get this in, but really quick tempo on this ball. The height of it's barely above the antenna, so it's really difficult for the defense to get a block on that.
She is only 17 years old, will turn 18 in March. Mosher setting Bayless, and Bayless, it was touched by Schilling. Schilling says, my bad. And point, thank you very much, says Bayless and Pitt. Tough to get out of the way of that rocket.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a slugfest so far. We're seeing just power swing after power swing, not a lot of off speeds, which is, as a fan, I mean, so much fun to watch.
Tatua'a into serve. Pitt with the block. Bayless and Jones combine, and the Panthers back within 1.
Pitt's block doing a really nice job, going up together, working well.
You know, Emily, when I watch these two teams play, it's just all out.
All the time.
I mean, there's no holding back on either side. It's one of those matches where you feel like both teams is playing for their absolute lives.
Yeah, and these are some of the most fun matches to watch because you have monster swings coming from both sides. And when you get some defense thrown in there, a big block, maybe a big dig, it just makes it that much more exciting when it's a slugfest like this.
Malaya Jones, the first player in double digits with 10 kills now, only one error on 16 swings. That serve just drifts out. So the point to Pitt. This Pitt team has been to the national semifinals the last 4 years, the only team to do that. In fact, Pittsburgh now has a Title IX sports bar where they just show women's sports, and this Pitt Panther volleyball team is a big part of that sports bar's success. So if you guys are watching tonight in Pitt, hello, the Title IX sports bar. That's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
This SMU team also gets tremendous support here in Dallas. Seen Jason Kidd here. President Bush comes to matches sometimes. President Bush's library is on this campus. Bayless with the kill for Pitt. And the Texas native rotates out.
Big swing from Bayless. This ball pushed all the way out to the pin, so she has a big window right down that line.
Maston serving now from the left corner. Targeting Livings. Carlson sets Jones. Jones unstoppable on the right side.
Coach Sam Erger has talked about how Malaya Jones wants to play professionally. That's been her goal for so long. And the way that she plays, her game is going to translate so well to the next level because of that high IQ and vision that she has up front.
You know, you bring up that point, Emily, and Coach Erger also ace serve by number 20 Croft, but Coach Erger wants players that want to play pro. And you don't hear a lot of coaches talk about that very often, but now professional volleyball is a real thing in the U.S., and she wants future pros in her program. Another good serve. And it gives SMU another point.
To the professional volleyball point as well, I don't think I've ever heard a coach straight up say to me, I only want players to come into this program who want to play at the next level. It's something so specific to SMU. Everyone coming in wants to play professional volleyball. Now they have a lot of different teams and leagues to look up to. That makes it a reality for a lot of these players that wouldn't have otherwise.
Well, they have their own strength and conditioning coach. He just works with volleyball, Anthony Cockrell, and he's done wonders for this SMU team's physicality. And Babcock using her phicality to side out for Pitt.
It's just been power opposite against power opposite right now. You got Babcock against Jones. I mean, how good is this? Two of the best players in the country getting after it.
Pitt ranked number 5 this week, SMU ranked number 11. Pitt started the season to number 3. Mosier setting Mauritz. And Mauritz will score the point for Pitt. Again, Mauritz, just a freshman, but an older freshman, 21 years of age from the Netherlands. And she gives them a lot of out-of-system kills, which is quite a blessing in volleyball. Dupes targeting that sideline goes out. Excuse me, that was Meyer. So Pitt won the first set. Second set, you get that .556 hitting percentage. They have had 9 kills out of their 15 points this set. And that serve goes out of bounds. Got to be careful with these service errors. It'll be Babcock going back to serve now. 15-13 now here in the second set. SMU trying to tie this match with the defending ACC champs. And Babcock pushes that serve out. So back-to-back service errors for each team.
No matter how it comes, SMU's done a nice job of siding out this set, whether Mosier or Babcock's been on the back line. A lot of those have come from errors, but a side out nonetheless for the Mustangs.
Batenhorst, one of their better servers, serves it at Dupes. Mosier saves it. Here's Mauritz. Mauritz looking for the touch, didn't get it. Point SMU. And a timeout taken by Pitt as SMU has taken a 4-point lead here in the second set, trying to tie. Well, a reminder to spend Saturday morning in Winston-Salem with the ACC Huddle crew starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. They'll preview the day across the ACC, bring you some local flavor from Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. The Huddle at 10 Eastern on ACC Network and the all-new ESPN app. SMU trying to level this match against Pitt, the ACC opener between these two national heavyweights. They'll play again in Pittsburgh on Sunday. And what a test to begin your conference schedule with.
Yeah, facing two of the top teams in the conference. And it's really fun to watch teams when they play each other twice in a week, because the second time you get to see those slight little differences, maybe teams pulling out things that you didn't see during match one too.
SMU just 2 losses this year. They lost at Kentucky and against Purdue in Lexington. Pitt lost their first 2 matches of the season to Nebraska and Florida, and they've won 8 in a row since. And there's Bree Kelly. We were wondering when the Pitt middles may get a little more involved, and there's a kill right there by middle Bree Kelly.
Yeah, just about 8 total sets have come to the middle so far on Pitt's side. That number's a little bit too low. Pitt needs to do a better job of getting their middles involved in play.
Mauritz back to serve. Dagmar Mauritz from the Netherlands. Serves it at Wilburn. Livings setting Wilburn. Kept alive by Mauritz. What a play. Free ball here for SMU. And wow, and Yanwu with another hammer.
Good defense on Pitt's side. Dagmar Mauritz laying out to make a great diving play. Not enough, though, on SMU's side, as they are bringing heat out there.
Yanwu, 4 kills on 6 swings, no errors. She makes it count. She has 4 blocks as well. She is a dominant player. Came from USC. She and her best friend since they were little girls, Jaden Livings, both came home to Texas to play for SMU. Mosier setting, and Carlson with the block, the setter. She was showing some vertical there, Emily.
Oh, Avery Carlson, she's only 5'11".
In this best-of-5 set match, needs to win this set to tie it up. And Jordan Schilling, that's her feet, and there she is. Jordan was one of the best liberos in the Big South last year. She was the best, in fact. Her digs at high point last year would have been the second most in the ACC had she been in this conference last year. But when SMU graduated both of their liberos, they went to the portal and found Schilling. Service error, point to Pitt.
And despite being a libero, Sam Erger has talked about how she still has that really competitive mindset. She said she's a dog, and she actually absolutely scares her because she's so intense and commands the court.
Yeah, her mom played volleyball at Montana. Tautua into serve. Good serve. Schilling keeps it alive. Here's Wilburn. Mosier tracks it down. Bayless unable to put it away. Babcock back row attack, hit the scoreboard, and it is out of play. Now had that come back on SMU's side, they could have played it, but it did not. So 10 kills for Babcock, 11 for Jones, and Pitt trying to climb back in this set before it gets away from him. Jones over the block, pancake dig by Mauritz. And Bayless follows it up. What a pancake by Mauritz.
Beautiful up in the backcourt. This is what you get from good defensive plays. You're not scoring points on it, but it creates opportunities for your offense and creates momentum on your side with plays like that.
SMU is challenging that pancake was not good.
So SMU is going to challenge whether that pancake was good. So the way it works is her hand has to get under the ball. No part of the ball can touch the court. It has to hit her hand. And you get 2 challenges per match. If you're correct, you keep it. If you're wrong, you lose it. Here it is. So it was ruled good. So it has to be clearly in error for them to overturn this.
They have to have indisputable evidence either to confirm or reverse. Based on that look, looks like it clips the floor.
The ball hit the floor. The call has been reversed.
Okay. So SMU keeps their challenge. They have 2 remaining, so does Pitt. And the SMU fans are fired up that that call was overturned.
That's a massive point on SMU's side, too, because now you have a 4-point lead rather than a 2-point lead late in the set.
Carlson back to serve. Mosier, quick set to the middle, and Jones wastes no time.
As the set's gone on, Mosier's done a better job of getting her middle attackers involved. That's exactly what this offense needs to become a little bit more dynamic. And that'll put Pitt's best server back in the line with Mosier.
Mosier with 19 assists. She's back to serve. She's had an ace tonight as well. Hammers the serve for ace number 2. And watch out, Pitt is within 2. Timeout SMU.
I like that quick timeout taken from Sam.
Pitt trying to build on this momentum. Remember, SMU led by 5, and Pitt has been on a 4-1 run since. To close the gap to within 2, it'll be Mosier serving again. We'll see if the timeout disrupted her. She served an ace before the timeout. Serves it at Schilling. Jones, nice save by Mauritz. Mosier setting the middle. Jones hits it out, point SMU.
It's a huge side out for SMU, even though it came off of a setter-hitter connection error on Pitt's side. Doesn't matter how you get Mosier off the service line, you just got to get her off.
Wilburn back to serve for SMU. 4 points away from leveling this match. Another middle set. This time Jones puts it away. Good hustle by the Mustangs.
A good chase down on SMU's side. I like that decision for Mosier to go back to her middle after the error happened. There's that effort. Wilburn chasing it down to keep it alive.
Maston serves Livings. Point SMU.
A good save from Avery Carlson to get her attacker in a good position off of a really tight pass.
And Livings covered so much court during that rally. She ran from basically out of bounds all the way up to get that kill. Quick set in the middle, denied. Right side, Babcock. Babcock looking for the touch, got it. Point Pitt, 22-20.
In the red zone from point 20 on, this is usually where experience plays out. You have SMU players, completely new starters, no one has ever played next to each other until this season on Pitt's side. A lot of players returning.
Pitt's been to the last 4 national semifinals. Livings missed it. Pitt is within 1. A rare miss by Livings.
Pitt has done a really nice job just chipping away at that lead, getting little runs that have got them back in this set.
Meyer back to serve. Jones, dug up by Bayless. Here's Babcock. And Babcock ties the score.
Pitt was down 19-14.
Ratings up 186% over last year. This sport is on a rocket ship right now. Pitt in the middle of their first 3-0 run of the set to tie the score. It's the first tie of the set. We go to 25, win by 2. If Pitt wins the set, they're up 2-0. If not, SMU has leveled things at a set apiece. Carlson setting Jones. And we had a net violation on Pitt, so the point is SMU's. It's a break for the Mustangs.
Just a little bit undisciplined up at the net on this block, wanting to be aggressive.
Mallets. There's Babcock on the swing. Here's Mosier, goes back to Babcock, and Babcock does not miss 2 in a row.
Yeah, you can maybe get her once, but you're not going to get Olivia Babcock twice in these kind of moments. She switched up where she attacked us. The first one went cross court, so she said, okay, let me try the line. Just ripped it right down.
13 kills for Babcock. Winner of this next point has a set point. It's Babcock back to serve. Oh, what a swing to give SMU the set point. Livings unloads.
Big swing from Livings. Expect SMU to swing on every single point. They're not going to get tentative, even though we're late in the set.
Batenhorst will serve, set point SMU. Fans, most of them on their feet here in Moody. Mosher tried to take it over, and SMU grabs set number 2.
Ball right now, if you're watching.
So it'll be SMU serving first. Wilburn, to be specific. SMU's gotten off to a good start in the first 2 sets, and not this time, as it finally Pitt wins the opening point of the set behind the Bayless swing. SMU led the first set 4-1. They led the second set 5-1. And that was a big opening point to get for Pitt. Mosier back to serve. Carlson will set Livings. And that is touched. Point to SMU. Pitt is saying, nope, we didn't touch it. Dan Fisher is challenging. I'm laughing because of the way he challenged.
Never seen someone more animated.
Dramatic challenge.
Pitt is challenging touch block.
That was he was having some fun with it. But immediately his players after this, Emily, said, nope, no touch here. Let's see.
Now, based on this look, looks like the ball's going straight over the fingers. You're not seeing any fingers bent back, change of direction on the ball, which is what you're looking for in a touch call typically.
This is the first challenge by Pitt. SMU won a challenge earlier in the match.
Now that's way over the middle at least. And inside of Babcock it looks.
So the ruling on the floor was a touch. Pitt challenging it. And in a match like this, Emily, it's only 1-1 in the third set, but I mean, it's not a cliche. Every point between these two seems to matter.
Well, especially as we saw during set 2, SMU snuck it out 25-23. That's a 1-point difference right there of a swing.
Well, it is taking a while to come to a conclusion on this. Again, the original call was a touch. Dan Fisher challenged that.
Based on the looks that we saw, it looked like it was inside Babcock and over the middle. We'll see.
Upon review, there was no touch on the block. Point to Pitt.
So both coaches 1 for 1 on challenges, so therefore each team keeps their 2 challenges. And more importantly for Pitt, they get credit for that point, so it's 2-0 Pitt here to start set number 3 with the match tied at a set apiece. Mosier back to serve. Hammers it at Schilling. Here's Jones, saved by Mauritz. And then a quick kill by Jones for Pitt.
Really nice push from Brooke Mosier, the setter. Coming in this one a little bit funky, about 8 feet off the net, kind of side setting this ball, but still finds a way to get her middle involved. This is a really difficult set to make. She makes it happen.
Mosier's assisted on 25 of Pitt's 31 kills. Good serve, and an ace by Mosier.
Now, during set 1 of the biggest reasons that Pitt was able to take it was from a 6-0.
Then we have first and second rounds followed by regionals, and then the national semis and championship. And that serve just goes out to get Mosier off the service line and give SMU their first point of this third set with the match tied at a set apiece.
Tough for SMU to also have to burn that timeout really early on in this set before they'd even scored a point.
Croft back to serve for the Mustangs. Freshman from Corpus Christi. A little too much club. Hits that out. And Maston will come in to serve, the freshman from Indiana. Grew up on a farm. It's her job to take care of the chickens, Emily. She before and after school. She got off the bus, she'd have to go grab eggs and got the chickens water and food. Jones. Jones again, denied a second time. Here's Livings, and Livings hits it out, no touch, point Pitt.
That point was all Pitt defense right there. Mosier with an awesome up to keep this ball alive. From the front court defense, pushing the ball on SMU's side to force their error.
Maston, another player who reclassified to play volleyball earlier than expected. Could be a senior in high school. Another good serve. Schilling has to chase it, setting Livings. And wow, how about that? Livings getting that point for SMU, and it looked like a busted play.
A completely broken play on SMU's side. Livings did a really nice job just swinging high, right at hands, and finds a way to go through the block.
Malaya Jones back to serve. Into the net, point Pitt. And the service errors, that's number 8 for SMU. Pitt has 7, but SMU with only 2 aces.
And that's SMU's second of just this set alone, really early on. They got to clean it up back there.
Meyer back into serve, sophomore. Carlson and Yanwu, one of the rare times she hasn't just crushed an attack. Livings, perfect. Air Livings.
Livings is so fun to watch because she just skies up there, and it feels like she's hanging up there for 5 minutes before she actually makes contact with the ball. That also allows her, because she's so high up, to hit some pretty crazy angles up there.
Since transferring from USC, her verticals increased almost 6 inches under the training of Anthony Cockrell, their volleyball strength and conditioning coach. Babcock finds a kill from the right side for Pitt, and Babcock now with 14 kills.
Just Babcock's first kill of this set. Pitt's been going to other attackers, which opens things up for a player like Babcock, who SMU's been keying in on.
The defending National Player of the Year. Good serve. SMU out of system. Free ball here for Pitt. Mosier will set Mauritz. Mauritz blocked. Mosier again goes back to her. Schilling lays out. Good save by Carlson. Bayless keeps it alive. Babcock tools the block. Point Pitt. What a rally.
Incredible rally, really good defense on Pitt's side. SMU, though, getting a little bit tentative up there, not seeing those hard-hitting swings recently, aside from the ones that Living's had. But not going up and being aggressive on some of these plays where we've seen SMU do that.
Babcock looking for her first ace tonight. Serves it at Livings. Here's Wilburn. Mauritz blocked. Point SMU, and Yanwu getting most of that on the right side.
Good wrap from Anyanwu. She gets her hands so far over the net, and she's wrapping them facing down to the court. So that ball goes pretty much straight down.
That was the 5th block for favor Anyanwu, the sophomore, who again transferred in with Livings from USC, from Rowlett, Texas. Bayless out of the back row, denied by Schilling. Mauritz powers through the block, point Pitt.
Pitt is really testing out SMU's block, especially with the younger middle blocker core. Both Anyanwu and Newsome, middle to SMU, are sophomores. Mosier's doing a nice job for Pitt, spreading things out, getting other attackers involved, and making those younger middles really move.
Mauritz now with 4 kills. Pitt has 4 players with at least 4. SMU with 3 players with at least 4. Here's our first look at Sophia Gregoire from Oregon. Transferred into the program. She actually played at Oregon as well. She's from Dundee, Oregon. Wilburn tries to go angle, missed it. Oh, wait a minute. Both the officials talked, and I think they may be giving the point to SMU, Emily. Looks like we may have a challenge as well.
And Krista Wilburn coming off a little bit funky on that left foot, has to be helped off the court a little bit.
And the call was reversed and given to SMU. Let's hope Wilburn's okay. Again, Wilburn, the 17-year-old freshman who has made such an impact already, had been the ACC Freshman of the Week this year, getting that left ankle looked at. Carlson serves.
Good up.
Nice job by SMU to keep that rally going. But it is Pitt winning it out of the middle. Bree Kelly. Go back to the play. Wilburn got injured because this could impact the match if Wilburn can't come in. She hit that cross court, just twisted that left ankle.
And nothing too obvious of the ankle rolling or anything, but sometimes you just come down funny on it, and maybe you've been dealing with some ankle stuff in the past. Just one weird landing can kind of tweak some stuff in there.
Well, good to see her walk off on her own power, and that attack was a kill as they got a touch. Gonna rewrap that ankle. Pitt remains in front. Mosier resets, back row, Babcock. Schilling does a nice job to keep it alive. Here's Rogers. Babcock with the one-handed dig, not enough. Point SMU.
SMU finding ways to outlast Pitt. Schilling, the libero for SMU, doing a really nice job in the backcourt, keeping these balls alive and creating more opportunities for their offense.
She really is, Emily.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing you have a tendency to overlook when you have two teams that are as dynamic as this. It's just how those back row players are keeping everything alive. Another point for Pitt. Ryla Jones with the kill.
Mosier's really making it a point during this third set to get the middles involved as much as possible. Even when she's off the net, still forcing it.
Mosier's back to serve now. That could be trouble. Pitt's doubled up the score here in the third set, matches at a set apiece. Malaya Jones with an exclamation point.
Now SMU's offense is getting a little bit more tough to stop because they're bringing their hitters into different zones. There, Malaya Jones normally hits out by the pin, but the setter brought her in more toward her to confuse the blockers.
It cannot be stressed enough that this SMU team lost their entire starting rotation last season, and they have not missed a beat.
It's so difficult when you lose even one or two starters, but to have your entire starting lineup, 95% of your offensive production, leave your program and graduate, what Sam Erger has done bringing in all these transfers, and also players that have just been waiting in the wings has been so impressive.
Nice up by Carlson to keep it alive. Here's Livings, Dupes, back row Mallets. SMU going to the portal. They benefited from the portal. Really one of the top 5 teams in terms of success out of the portal this season. 11 underclassmen, 6 seniors, 6 transfers. All those transfers, as Emily pointed out earlier, have NCAA tournament experience. Why is that such a big deal, Emily?
Yeah, well, you need players that have won at high levels and know what it takes to get to those places. It hasn't been easy for a lot of these players to earn tournament bids. For example, a player like Malaya Jones, who's been playing at Colorado State, that's a one-bid conference, typically, in the Mountain West. So she's a player that has had to earn her right to play in the tournament, as have a lot of these other starters out for SMU. That's what Sam Erger wanted. Championship program, you got to bring in championship caliber players.
Ace. Jones found the inside of the line, and that is just her 3rd ace of the season. But SMU needs an injection of momentum. Mosier with a set, left side swing, Mauritz. Another kill from Mauritz. She's got 6 kills now.
Pitt's really actually going away from Olivia Babcock, who up until this set had 13 kills. She's only had 2 in this one. Mosier's making sure to keep everybody else involved so that SMU can't guess where the ball is going.
Meyer serves. Carlson back set. And Anyanwu with another kill, this time off the slide.
Anyanwu is known for power and really unleashing that in her arm swing. Sometimes the tip, though, is so much more effective because she can perfectly place that ball.
5 kills on 8 swings, 0 errors, 5 blocks, 2 digs for favor Anyanwu. Batenhorst to serve. Oh, Bree Kelly!
Middle getting a little bit faked out from the setter. Good job by Mosier. She could have gone up and taken that over, but sets her middle instead to leave it one-on-one. Really smart decision from the setter.
Kelly, a first-team All-ACC performer last year. She's on the National Player of the Year watch list. She and Olivia Babcock on that list for Pitt. Carlson setting Rogers. And the point for Pitt again by Mauritz. And Mauritz has been hot in this 3rd set.
And again, the setter faking out the blockers on SMU's side. Mosier's doing a really nice job allowing her attackers to have one-on-ones and creating opportunities for them.
And Mauritz has been coming into her own, had a career-high 13 kills against Kentucky, tied that against Penn State. Doing a good job tonight with 7. Babcock could not stop that attack by Rogers.
Feels like everything right now is going Olivia Babcock's way defensively. That's really tactical from SMU, because if you get Babcock on the move to take the first ball, you probably take her out of the offense a little bit more.
Rogers, number 3 in white, is mentored by Texas great Skylar Fields. They went to the same high school. Babcock hammers it, comes back on SMU's side after hitting the scoreboard again. That's a live ball, but they couldn't make a play on it, so Pitt gets the point.
Yeah, really good up on SMU's side. Just clipping that scoreboard. Tells you how fast the ball's coming off. Olivia Babcock's hand to send it that high, too.
Gregoire back in to serve. Played 2 seasons at Oregon. She's a redshirt sophomore. Good serve. Jones has to go into her bench almost to save it. And wisely, Pitt lets that go for another point.
And that's kind of just call them freshman mistakes. You have an outside who's taking a swing on a ball that maybe you just want to send over easily.
Gregoire was a highly rated recruit coming out of high school. Has played for the U.S. National Development Program. That serve looked like we were at altitude. Just kept sailing. And Gregoire will rotate out after a couple of good serves. Carlson back to serve now for the Mustangs. Carlson was the National Gatorade Player of the Year out of high school. Went to Baylor and then Texas. And a quick kill again in the middle by Bree Kelly. And Kelly now with 5 kills on 7 swings.
The middles are really heating up right now for Pitt, which is so important and essential to their offense. As you have players like Olivia Babcock who gets the majority of the sets, you have to involve the middles because it opens things up for other attackers.
Tautua into serve. Targets Newsom. Jones. Mauritz keeps it alive. Bayless blocked. Mosher turns, sets, and the block is there. Newsom getting most of that with that 41-inch vertical.
And Newsom just waiting on that ball. Gets the first touch, Pitt tries to transition it, but the only other player that was gonna get that ball again was the outside, so Newsom just stuffing that one.
Kennedy Rogers back to serve. Nice serve. Schilling, another up for her. Here's Livings. Dupes keeps it alive. Babcock overpowers Schilling, and Babcock now with 17 kills on 26 swings.
That was an interesting choice to have Kennedy Rogers serve because Coach Sam Erger has talked about knowing that she has a good serve, but it's kind of too big of a risk to play right now. But as SMU's down now 6 points, Erger's trying to throw everything that they can at Pitt to try to catch up.
And I thought it was a fantastic serve.
Yeah. The issue with them, more comfortable playing with everyone. She's a freshman coming in. She's a player that's played at a high level for the Netherlands national team for the last few years. But it's different when you get to this college level in the States. It's a faster game. And she's done a really nice job adjusting here over the last few weeks, really fast.
Pitt hitting .462 in this set, trying to lock it down and go up 2-1. Jones attacks right in the heart of the Pitt D for the kill.
You could tell how much SMU wanted that point on the side out, especially when you have a good server back there in Mosher. That was the key for SMU coming in. Get her off the service line. That was a side out that the Mustangs needed to stay in this set.
A lot of her kills look personal.
Yeah.
Back set to Babcock. Off the scoreboard, comes back. It's a live ball. SMU plays it. Pancake by Dukes. Kept alive. They'll reset. There's the block. Whoa!
Big stuff for Olivia Babcock. Completely over the net. And massive saves on both sides just to keep it alive. This one will come into question of whether that ball was up, SMU challenging, but man, that's a good play. And some good defense with the solo stuff.
The ball landed on the court.
Yeah, Emery Dupes had the pancake dig in that rally, and they won a challenge similarly earlier in the match when Mauritz was in live play given credit for a pancake dig, and when they reviewed it, it was ruled it had touched the floor. So SMU's hoping same thing happened here with that Dupes pancake dig. But wow, Emily, I mean, just fantastic rallies. I mean, it is the ACC opener, and this looks like a match in December.
Yeah, if this is any indication of what the rest of the season is going to look like, we're in for some pretty good volleyball.
What do you think? It was ruled good.
I mean, I don't think her hand is simply that long. Based on that angle.
Come on, Emily.
I know. Yeah, based on the first angle, it definitely looked like it touched the floor.
It's been interesting the way the officials have called these. They've given the players the benefit of the doubt and put the pressure on the coaches to issue the challenge. This was earlier in the rally. Rally went on after this, but you can go back and challenge the very beginning of a rally.
So here's that first look that we had. You'll see at the point where the ball is on the potential ground to her hand, it just doesn't look as though her hand would be a foot long. I don't know, though. Maybe she's got some really big hands.
Have to see it maybe overhead.
Yeah.
Well, the call on the floor was it was good, and play continued.
Upon review, the ball was up. SMU loses the challenge. Call is confirmed.
So they gave her the benefit of the doubt, and SMU loses its first challenge. So Emery Dukes with an excellent pancake dig.
Long hands.
SMU with one challenge remaining, unless we got to a fifth set, then each team gets another challenge. All right, every time Pitt's been up by 6, SMU has been able to side out from here. Let's see if history repeats itself. Maston to serve. Not this time, point Pitt.
And just barely missing the end line. I like that swing, but just a little bit too much on it.
SMU only hitting 143 here in this third set. Pitt hitting 444. And Pitt's had 14 kills. Lamoran into the lineup for the first time, number 13 in white for SMU. One of their captains, Jones, hits into the Pitt block. Point Mustangs.
Just a little bit aggressive on that block from Mauritz coming down, and good break for SMU because that ball was sailing out of bounds.
Jones with one of the 4 aces tonight served by SMU. Babcock goes into the photographer. The rally stays alive. She's back in play. But Jones ends the rally with a swing.
We thought that ball was going to...
556. Strangely, the only statistic she is not showing up in is aces, and she is lethal behind the service line, but hasn't had an ace yet. SMU trying to come back late here in the third. Mosher with the one-handed set, and it is good as Mauritz gets another kill.
SMU's block is in a good position to get at least a touch or maybe even a stuff on that. The hand positioning of Onyanwu just not pressed over the net enough. Mauritz is able to use it.
8 kills, 5 digs for Mauritz. Meyer behind the service line. And an ace by Meyer gives Pitt set point here in the third.
Tough serving has been the name of the game for the Panthers so far this set. They are picking apart the serve receive. Now SMU is going to a 2-passer system.
4 aces for Pitt. Carlson, back row Jones, point SMU. And that is the 19th kill for Jones. Jones actually leads the match with those 19 kills, 2 more than Babcock. Still set point Pitt. Set is up for Mauritz. She goes line, misses it. Another set point saved by SMU, but it remains set point Pitt, and it will for a while.
And Pitt still has Olivia Babcock in the front court.
Babcock, Kelly, and Mosier up front for Pitt. And the 21, 17, and 5. Mosier will take it over. Carlson with options. Onyanwu off the slide looking for a touch. No touch called. If the call stands, the set goes to Pitt. SMU contemplating a challenge, but change the mojo.
Yeah.
Mosier will serve. First point of the fourth set. Pitt, if they win it, match is over. Go to 25, win by 2. Oh, nice return by Schilling. And Livings sides out right away for SMU.
Huge swing for Jaden Livings right out of the gates. This is a broken play on the Mustang side. High ball out of system. Livings has 2 big blockers, takes a massive swing and puts it down.
Sarah Frazee in, number 2 in white. in that center back position. Now moves over to the left. Point Pitt. Free point given to the Panthers. Nine service errors for SMU tonight. Maston will go back to serve now for Pitt. Serves at Livings. That's where a lot of the serves have gone tonight. And point going to Pitt was a lift?
Yeah, catch ball. So the ball was in the middle's hands a little bit too long, according to the ref. Here's another look at it. It's coming in slow-mo, but can't bring it back before you bring it forward. Not something you can challenge. It's subjective.
Carlson, back set to Jones for another kill. Number 20 for Jones.
Malaya Jones just continues to get better and better for this SMU team. Not only did she have 20 kills, but she's hitting almost 600 in this match against the number 5 team in the country.
Pitt's won 8 straight coming into this match with SMU. Another service error. And service error number 10 for the Mustangs. Pitt dropped their first 2 matches of the season against Nebraska and Florida, but they have won 8 straight, including wins over Kentucky and Penn State. Free ball here for Pitt. Mosher will set Mauritz, and Mauritz finds the opening.
Really high IQ play from a freshman outside. Mauritz is able to see the defense over on SMU, see where the holes are, and perfectly place the ball right there.
She has 9 kills. Meyer back to serve, had a timely ace deep in that last set, and that just goes out. Just past that back line. And a double sub, Maddie Shear checking in for the first time, number 15 in white. Transferred in from Auburn, and a Batenhorst back behind the service line came in with her.
Sam Erger's talked about having Madison Shear in the play because she wants more offensive production. She's a high kill percentage outside.
Dan Fisher was asking about that out call on that serve. Decided not to challenge. Batenhorst serves. Babcock. And Babcock is blocked.
That's huge for momentum for SMU to slow down one of the best players in the country. Something that's been so difficult to do so far tonight. Really good handwork, though. Both blockers doing a nice job.
Well, Maddie Shear just checked into the match. She got a lot of that as well. Mosher to Babcock. Babcock unleashes. Nice up by Jones. Good save by Mosher. And Mauritz. Jones back row and a kill.
Malaya Jones is absolutely thumping the ball. From wherever she is out on the court, we've seen her do it in the front row, but man, she is just as effective and powerful in the backcourt as well. 3rd back row kill for Jones.
That was a stat we were going to track tonight with Babcock and Jones in before, how many of those kills they would get from the back row. Shear kept alive by Bayless. Mosher will set Babcock, and Babcock goes cross court. Beautiful.
Olivia Babcock is so difficult to defend because she has the power shot cross court, but also if you block her power shot, she'll just light up the line as well. It's kind of like pick your poison. Where do you go? Where do you funnel it?
That is such an elite attack. And now Babcock back behind the service line. Shear over the block, and Maddie Shear with the kill. Good substitution by Sam Erger to bring Shear in with Wilburn out.
And right away, Madison Shear coming in, high IQ play, seeing where the defense was, and putting the ball right there. If anything, taking Olivia Babcock out of the play.
She was an all-SEC performer at Auburn. Mosier setting Mowritz, goes over the block, saved by Shear, kept alive by Carlson. Mowritz blocked. SMU must win this set. And Newsom gives them another point.
All momentum right now feels like it's on SMU's side. The block doing a really nice job during this third set, shutting it down, fourth set rather.
Then the set goes to 25, win by 2. If SMU wins it, we go to a fifth set. If Pitt wins it, we are done. Pitt will win. These two teams will play Sunday afternoon on ESPN at 3 Eastern. And Babcock terminates.
Brooke Mosier isn't even hiding where she's setting this ball. She's completely facing Olivia Babcock. It's one thing to know the ball's going to her, then it's another thing to try to stop Babcock.
Well, I thought about earlier in the match, you said that she was distributing it away from Babcock.
Yeah.
And now with the match on the line, she's going back to Babcock.
Yeah, especially when Babcock's been as effective as she has been. 19 kills, hitting over 500. I don't see why you go away from her.
Ride that wave till it crashes.
Yeah.
Good serve. Shear blocked. Bree Kelly all over that attack.
Yeah, that ball easy to read for Pitt. It's out of system. The only option that the setter had for SMU was the left side. So Pitt's blocker is just waiting to shut it down.
Gregoire into serve. It's taken over. Pitt handles it. Bayless. Shear blocked again. Bree Kelly.
Back-to-back for Bree Kelly up front for Pitt. This all comes from a really tough serve on the back line, forcing this ball out of system. Again, the block for Pitt is just waiting on these plays, but they're also being really disciplined while they're doing it.
Kelly with 3 blocks. We've just seen 2 of them. Service error by Gregoire. And we're tied at 8. Mowritz will rotate back in. Mowritz with 9 kills tonight. Carlson back to serve. One of the best setters in the country. 6 ties, 3 lead changes already here in this set alone. And an ace by Carlson.
Good serve from Carlson. Kind of just a missed opportunity for Blair Bayless. Her platform was in a good spot. Just caught her a little bit funky, moving her platform after the fact.
Now Moody is rocking tonight. Back-to-back aces for Carlson.
Typically, you'll see servers after an ace go right back at the same player. Carlson is so confident that she can hit it all the way around. Gets an ace on another player.
Target practice for Carlson, his last 2 serves. Official Anella, Brooke Mosier wiping up some sweat on the sideline. And now Carlson gets the green light to serve. Mosier sets Bayless. Kept alive by Shear. Here's Jones. Jones blocked again. Bree Kelly and Bayless combined.
That ball kind of didn't even look like it cleared the net. And those are the ones that Jones typically takes a really big swing on. That swing again. Yeah. Just getting a little tentative there.
Shear is wiping up some sweat for SMU. Now handing the towel back to the up judge. It's humid. It's felt like the middle of summer in Dallas the past couple of days. Livings sets up the joust, and SMU is in the net, point to Pitt.
Yeah, so that play, actually, the setter in the backcourt can't go up and take this ball over and then touch the block. Illegal back row attack called on Carlson.
So back to serve. Jones hammers it.
good up from Tautua in the right position to make a play on it. But just an absolute missile coming from Jones. Hard to control that. And she just swings harder and harder throughout matches, too.
22 kills, only 2 errors in 39 swings for Jones. Bayless blocked. Jones with a block.
And Pitt right now is having all kinds of trouble passing. SMU has really upped the service pressure, and it's paying off.
SMU up to a must-win set for the Mustangs. Shear serving. It's to Dupes, Mosier to Bayless. Kept alive by Dupes. Mosier resets, Babcock down the line, and they say she missed. We may have a challenge from Pitt. And we do. As officials, when they reviewed it, said it was out. So each team now with 1 challenge remaining, unless we got to a 5th set where they would each be awarded an additional one. It's a big call for SMU, gives them a 3-point lead in this must-win set. Shear stays on the service line. Bayless terminates. What power.
Big power from Bayless. That's a swing that Pitt needed just for momentum to try to get themselves back. Now just down 2.
Bayless with 8 kills tonight. Mosier behind the service line. Those are crazy. There's Jones. Bayless again, and Bayless tools the block for another kill.
This is a rotation that SMU has to get out of as quick as possible. Brooke Mosier has the ability to go off for 6-7 points at a time back there with her topspin serve.
She was the big difference in that first set. That Pitt was able to come from behind and win.
A 6-0 run during the first.
Well, joust at the net. And a net violation on Pitt will give SMU the point.
And a frustrating point for Pitt. Riley Jones wants to be so aggressive and take a swing on this, but just coming down on the top of the tape.
Croft serves. Babcock. Carlson keeps it alive. Jones, no touch, point Pitt. That is only the 3rd hitting error of the night and 41 swings for Jones.
SMU as a whole, though, 23 errors so far, so handing Pitt a lot of points on attack.
Carlson setting Livings, kept alive by Maston, hit the scoreboard, came back, and a block gives SMU another point. So passion running high right now in Moody. And a shout out to the Moody Coliseum fans. They were on their feet throughout that whole timeout. This place is rocking with signs, and a lot of the club teams are here tonight. Big place to be on a school night. Service error gives the free point to Pitt. Service error number 11 on SMU tonight. Meyer trying to tie the score here in the 4th. Pitt trying to win the match. If they win this set, SMU has to win it to keep the match alive. Maritz. Livings. Thunder.
Jane Livings hasn't had the most efficient night. Up until that point was hitting 0. But when her kills have come, have been really important. for SMU. She's doing it when the teams have been neck and neck, and she's going up and just thumping balls.
Batenhorst to serve. SMU up 2. And another service error. And Babcock behind the service line. You feel like she's due. Hasn't had an ace tonight.
Or a big service run tonight.
And she errors. Wow. Well, right now, neither team getting it done behind that service line. Schilling's turn. And an ace. Schilling says, that's how you do it.
Awesome ace right down the sideline. Schilling just picking apart the serve receive over there.
It was Schilling that was firing her team up heading into this fourth. Serves it at Dukes. Mauritz had plenty of time. Gets the point in the side out for Pitt. Mauritz up to 10 kills now.
Yeah, Pitt still playing from behind, now just down 2. They're gonna need a little run of their own.
Gregoire put in to serve now. Mauritz rotates out. Down the line, missed it. Well, the service errors really costing both teams in this set.
And during that rotation, SMU has Madison Shear passing on the literal sideline, so it's a small line for Pitt to try to target her, causing that ball to go out of bounds.
And now it's Carlson's turn to serve for SMU. Babcock kept alive by Schilling. Livings out of the back row. Point SMU. There was a touch called on Pitt. And Dan Fisher is challenging that. The Pitt players were emphatic that no one touched that ball. So if he loses this challenge, he's out of challenges unless we got to a 5th set.
Pitt is challenging that there was a touch on the block.
So again, the call was there was a touch.
And you have to have indisputable evidence to confirm or reverse it. Difficult to tell from this angle.
Again, the call was that there was a touch. Pitt is saying no, there wasn't.
Kind of looking at
See if the
21,
bandage finger of Bree Kelly.
which also could be something
21.
that she might not have really felt either.
You can watch the spin of the ball, whether it changes. Huh.
Based on that one, I'm not seeing anything indisputable one way or the other.
This would give Pitt no more challenges for the remainder of this set if they lose it. And it's taken a while to get these challenges resolved. Well, both coaching staffs waiting anxiously for the ruling here.
We've got a few thousand people in the stands waiting anxiously as well.
It's been a fun night in the stands, I can tell you that. All right, here we go.
After review, the call stands.
All right. Pitt is out of challenges unless we get to a fifth set. Bree Kelly is continuing to say the ball didn't touch her finger. But the point goes to SMU, and they have a 20-16 lead here in a must-win set, their biggest lead of this set. Carlson will keep serving for SMU.
I'd give the ball to Bree Kelly. She's animated.
Yeah, she's consistent, but that ball didn't touch her. Good serve. Babcock saves it. Bayless keeps it alive. Free ball here for SMU. Jones hits into the block. They'll try again. This is Shear. That is out. Point to Pitt. No touch.
And that's the point that Pitt really needed to gain momentum after a really long challenge that can kill the other side's momentum. So now Panthers starting to build some for themselves.
Tatua into serve. Shear with off speed over the block, and it works.
This was something that Sam Erger talked about potentially going to late in the match. When Olivia Babcock is in the back row, let's place tips right over the block, because if it lands, great, awesome, we get a point. If not, it takes Babcock out of the offense.
Yeah, they worked that to perfection. SMU trying to force a fifth set. Ace. Maddie Shear with the timely ace. Timeout, Pitt. Another ace by Shear.
Talk about ice in her veins. The senior outside stepping up exactly when SMU needed someone to take over the reins of this match.
Dan Fisher inserting Abby Inch into the front row, number 20 in gold for Pitt. You'll see her for the first time. She's there on the right side of your screen. Shear stays on the service line. And there's Inch right away contributing with the kill.
Typically, you don't see players set right when they check into a match, especially this late, and especially when you're a freshman coming in. That just shows the confidence that Brooke Mosier has in her middle. That also sends Mosier to the back line, which is exactly who Pitt wants on the service line right now to try to make a run.
Crazy with a nice receive. SMU has set point. And we will go the distance. Serve the first point for SMU. Mosier sets the middle to Jones, and Pitt scores first.
Pitt's middle connection has gotten better as this match has gone on. They're going to need both Ryla Jones and Bree Kelly to have really big fifth sets.
Pitt 0-1 in five-setters this year. The only five-set match they played was against Florida, whereas SMU is undefeated 2-0. They had five-setters in their first two matches of the season. They had wins over LSU and Baylor, and it is a very good start for Pitt. as the Mosier serve, so lethal, making a mark.
Mosier went off for a 6-0 run during set one. That was SMU's #1 key coming in, is limiting these topspin servers.
Carlson setting Livings. The Pitt block is there. Carlson will try again. Mauritz with the dig. Bayless. Schilling lays out to save it. Mosier resets. Babcock terminates. What a shot, that crossed court angle.
I mean, just insane defense on both sides of the net, but the angles that Olivia Babcock is able to hit, this is one of the reasons why she's the reigning National Player of the Year and easily in contention again this season already.
A quick timeout by SMU with Pitt winning the first 3 points. Well, we're going to 15 win by 2 to determine the winner of this Pitt SMU match. ACC season opener for both national contenders this year. Pitt ranked #5, SMU ranked #11. And it's been all Pitt in the first 3 points. Another good shot by Mosier. Jones tried to make a play, and Mosier with another ace.
There's nobody in the country who hits a topspin serve as consistent as Brooke Mosier. The way that she's able to consistently bring power as well as move her serve around is why she's one of the best servers in the country.
This is their best start to a set since the 3rd set, when they also were up 4-0 to start it. SMU won the 4th set to force this 5th. The Pitt block is there, a fortress. Jones and Babcock lock it down.
Pitt's block has been all over the last set and a half. That all starts from the service line, though. When you knock your opponent out of system, the block is waiting on that ball from the outside.
So Pitt is already a third of the way there. This 5th set goes to 15, win by 2. Every point is magnified. Livings got a touch. Point SMU, and they finally side out.
Now SMU's just got to chip away at that lead. They don't need a major run, just double up points here on Pitt, and you'll eventually get there.
Crofton to serve for SMU. Bayless attacks, scores.
Pitt's playing with a lot of confidence right now in this 5th set. It's been big swings, big serves, big blocks all the way around. SMU has to find a way just to disrupt that rhythm a little bit.
It is so impressive how they have just flipped the switch here to start this 5th set, especially after dropping that last set. Another good serve. Schilling has to chase it down. This has got to go over. A free ball here for Pitt. See if they go to Babcock. Nope. Try Mauritz, and it's a kill.
What's scary about Pitt is they don't have to use Olivia Babcock on every single play. The Panthers have weapons all around, especially in system that they feel confident using.
That was kill number 11 for Mauritz.
Best volleyball conferences across the board. They have 4 teams in the top 11 right now. So, yeah, Pitt has SMU tonight, but it doesn't get much easier when you look down the road.
Yeah, the ACC took the inaugural showdown at the net. They won 9 of the 16 matches against the SEC earlier this season. Both these teams won their matches. Pitt up 7-1. We're going to 15 win by 2 to determine the winner. And there's Babcock with the block. 8-1.
SMU has got to find a way to avoid Babcock up front.
For Pitt trying to get the revenge for the moment before the rematch on Sunday at 3 Eastern on ESPN. Carlson sets Jones, and Jones with an emphatic kill.
That's the play that SMU needed to get things going. Malaya Jones, her 23rd kill of the night. She has to be your go-to that you rely on.
She'll rotate out. Her season high is 24 kills. That was against Baylor in another 5-set match. Rogers serving. Mosier saved it. Mauritz pushes it to the corner. Livings missed. A little mistiming there on that attack as well. Pitt up 9-2.
Malaya Jones will come back in. Rogers coming in as a serve sub because Erger knows that although it's risky to put in this top spin as it's not consistent, they got to find a way to put pressure on Pitt right now.
Maston wearing the libero jersey right now, serving. Serves it at Livings. Carlson saves it. Here's Jones. This is going to go over the net. And SMU, they would love to have that over again.
Just a missed opportunity for SMU. Great job forcing the overpass, but tough finish.
And Pitt is up 10-2. Carlson sets her middle. Anyanwu with the hammer.
Big swing from Anyanwu. Nice connection with the setter there. Try to get something going.
Batenhorst serves. Mosher tight set. And Mallets off the block for another point. It's just all going Pitt's way.
Everything right now. Pitt is dominant at serving-wise, attacking. They're hitting nearly 600 during this set. They are making SMU so uncomfortable in every area of the game during the fifth. This is a completely different Pitt team than we saw during set 4.
5 kills on 9 swings, 0 errors in this fifth set for Pitt. Babcock behind the service line. And Anyanwu out of the middle. One arm saved by Dukes. Shear. And Shear sides out for SMU. Maddie Shear's come up big tonight.
Maddie Shear's been fantastic. She was the reason why SMU ended up in this fifth set because she had 2 aces at the end of the fourth and a big kill. They've got to find some production now, though, and chip away at this lead if they want to come back.
She was the fastest player in Auburn history to 1,000 kills. Now wearing the SMU jersey. Schilling saves it. And out of the middle, Mosher takes it herself.
This is maybe the best complete set that we've seen Pitt play the entire season, and it's coming at a perfect time for them. Everybody is firing at every single position.
6 kills on 11 swings, 0 errors for the Pitt Panther in this fifth and final set to 15. Win by 2. They're up 12-4. Mauritz serving. Jones doesn't clear the net. Pitt 2 points from victory. And that just goes out. Mauritz with 12 kills tonight and 7 digs. Carlson goes back to serve. A mountain to climb here for SMU. They're 2 points from defeat. Short serve, Bayless handles it. Babcock, good. Match point, Pitt.
What a set from Brooke Mosher to just fling it back to Olivia Babcock to put it away.
0 hitting errors for the Panthers in this final set. Haiti Tautua'a into serve. Match point. Newsom keeps the match alive for 1 more point. And it'll be Shear behind the service line serving for SMU. Pitt still with a match point. point for SMU. Living's out of the middle.
All of a sudden, SMU's got a little bit of life back in them. They're gonna need a lot more of that.
Now 1 point at a time for SMU. It's still match point Pitt here in this 5th set. Jones missed the attack. 3 match points have evaporated for Pitt. And remember, each team gets an additional challenge in the 5th set, and Dan Fisher's using one.
Pitt is challenging that there was a touch on the block.
Well, challenging, there was a touch on the block. So Jones, number 9, hitting past Newsom. No touch there.
I can confidently say that one looks well over the block.
Yeah, there's no touch on the block. And I don't think either of the back row players were anywhere near it as well.
No, they definitely let that one go.
Well, 3 match points have been saved by SMU at this small stand. But Pitt, though, still with a big lead.
After review, Pitt was in the net, number 9. Point to SMU.
Well, they found a net violation on Pitt. It is still match point Pitt. So Pitt is not going to probably extend this argument. Though one of the assistants, Michael Fisher, continues to plead the case. So they're saying that Jones actually touched the net on her way down, even though in real time they didn't catch it. Well, it's still match point Pitt, and it's still Maddie Shear serving for SMU. Pitt has no more challenges, by the way. Babcock misses. We play on.
4-0 scoring run right now for the Mustangs. They've got some life back in them.
And Pitt will take a timeout. Now Pitt was up 14-5. The Babcock attack, and just behind the line. Remember, though, Pitt has no more challenges, so determine the ACC champion when we get to late November.
And realistically, a team can't come out of the series 0-2 and really expect to win the ACC.
So Shear serving again. It remains match point for Pitt. SMU's saved 4 match points in a row. Mosher tracks it down. Babcock, back row attack. It's over. And Pitt gets some revenge from the 5-set loss here last season. 15-9 in the 5th. That's their 5th ranked win of the season as well. And it is their